Have they no shame? Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, the movie Rust is going forward with filming, even with a trial looming and whatnot. I wish a speedy trial would actually be invoked here, because it would make everything a lot easier. However, due process does need to run its course. And while they're doing it, they're going to be shamelessly continuing the work that ended a person's life. So yes, Alec Baldwin's Rust to resume filming with new and old crew, producers claim, exclusive from The Hollywood Reporter. Also, a documentary on the life and work of Halyna Hutchins, the cinematographer fatally shot, killed by Alec Baldwin, will also start shooting with the full support of the production and Hutchins' widower. What about her parents and sister? I want to know if they will allow this to be shot. And I also do not think that that should be shot until all the facts are released, until the trial is over, so that the full facts can actually come out. Because this just reeks of, we want to tell a story and let people know the facts before the facts come out, so that they can say, well, she wasn't killed by any neglect. She was killed by a complete accident. Anyway, let's get into this. This is from The Hollywood Reporter. Rust will resume filming this spring with a mix of new and old crew members, including embattled star and producer Alec Baldwin. The Hollywood Reporter has learned the plans from the production to finish the film come amid the prosecution of Baldwin for manslaughter, multiple lawsuits from former members of the crew against the movie's producers, and an investigation into the alleged systemic safety issues on set. Bianca Klein, Marcel the Shell with Shoes on, An American Horror Story, will join the film as its cinematographer in Halyna Hutchins' stead. Well, Bianca, all the best to you. Don't stand in front of Alec Baldwin. You never know when he might put a bullet through you. According to Rust Movie Productions, a documentary on her life, including her work on Rust, spearheaded by director Rachel Mason and producer Julie Metz, will also commence shooting with the full support of the production and Halyna Hutchins' husband, Matthew Hutchins, who will serve as an executive producer on both titles. This is absolutely absurd. Why aren't they asking what her actual blood relatives think about this? I covered how they are suing for wrongful death in a video. I'll put it in the tag up here. Both Mason and Metz were close friends with Halyna, and they look forward to working with the production to honor their friend and show the brilliance and depth of Halyna's talent while conveying what her loss has meant to her friends, colleagues, and the entire film industry, said Rust Movie Productions in a statement. Yeah, then why did you, Rust Movie Productions, you do realize you are responsible for her death, yes? And saying that you care and all this stuff is absolutely selfish, considering your negligence, cutting of safety corners, Alec Baldwin not attending safety or gun safety training led to her death. Additionally, the scene with Halyna Hutchins was shot has not been rewritten, said Melina Spadone. Well, definitely don't put the woman or the new Bianca, what's her name, in front of the camera then, because she's likely to get shot. A lawyer for Rust Movie Productions, she declined to comment on the nature of the changes, or has been rewritten, rather. Well, yeah, still, don't put her in front of the camera. Either way, don't do it. An announcement follows the filing of criminal charges against Alec Baldwin and armorer Hannah Gutierrez-Reed. New Mexico prosecutors in January charged the pair with 2 counts each of involuntary manslaughter in the killing of Halyna Hutchins, who was shot on the set of the film in October 2021, when an old-fashioned revolver being handled by Baldwin went off. You know what? There are facts that have already been presented in the FBI investigation that this writer, whoever they are, Winston Cho, you are willingly or willfully negating facts or omitting facts that Alec Baldwin pulled the trigger on, which killed Halyna Hutchins. He pulled the trigger. An FBI investigation confirmed the only way that gun could have went off was if the hammer was pulled back and the trigger pulled. Wow. The resumption of the filming was first announced last year when a settlement was reached between Rust Movie Productions and the family of Halyna Hutchins. No, the selfish and weak husband of Halyna Hutchins. Her family is in Ukraine right now, currently suing. Under the deal, the movie would be completed with Matthew Hutchins' blessing. The film team originally planned to resume production in January, with early plans forming to scout locations in California. Grant Hill, Thin Red Line and Tree of Life, and Stephen Marinaccio, Jack Ryan, will join Matthew Hutchins as producers on the movie, according to Spadone. Other new crew members include safety officers Gary Jensen, Paul Jordan of Tenet, production safety, and production designer Christine Brandt, card counter. Klein, who will finish the movie with Matthew Hutchins' blessing and support, will donate her salary to charity, according to Rust Movie Productions. You know what you should do? If you're going to go through with this shameless act, you should give her salary to her family. The ones in the Ukraine, her sister and her parents. Or put it in a college fund for her child, who will not be able to grow up knowing his mom and being able to have his mom see his achievements in life. The production will feature enhanced on-set safety protocols, including safety supervision and a prohibition against any working weapons or ammunition. Live ammunition has always been barred. Yet somehow, because of the negligence, it made its way onto the set. You know, where people were plinking, which is shooting cans and whatnot. Which is why a unionized film crew walked off the set because of other firearm accidents on this movie set. But yeah, keep saying that you could do it all. You're going to have to increase the budget. But anyway, Alan Graff, stunt coordinator, Teresa Davies, costume designer, Stacy Lockhart, makeup department head, and Anna Williams, hair department head, are among the original crew members coming back to complete the movie alongside director Joel Souza, who was also shot thanks to Alec Baldwin's negligence. The bullet went through Halyna and proceeded to continue on its course and injured Joel Souza. Though bittersweet, I am grateful that a brilliant and dedicated new production team joining the former cast and crew are committed to completing what Halyna and I started, Souza, who also suffered an injury in the shooting, said in a statement. My every effort on this film will be devoted to honoring Halyna's legacy and making her proud. It is a privilege to see this through on her behalf. How can you speak for the dead? Do you know for a fact that she would want this movie to continue, a movie that killed her? People often make those assumptions, folks. But I'm pretty sure that if a serious injury or something like that happened, some people may not be okay with a production going forward or being involved with the production going forward especially if it nearly killed them or grievously harmed them. In the criminal cases over the shootings, former Assistant Director David Halls signed a police agreement settlement to settle the charge of negligent use of a deadly weapon. The terms include a suspended sentence and 6 months of probation. He is also going to be testifying. Sorry, lost the word for a second there. Testifying against Alec Baldwin. He's going to be a witness for the prosecution. Spadone and the production had been cleared by all of Hollywood unions and the guilds for their members to work on the movie. That is insane. The fact that there were safety corners cut, union workers walking off of the set because of safety concerns and negligence. How the hell did the unions actually clear them? That's insane. That just shows you more of the corruption in Hollywood. Hollywood unions of the movie. She noted that more crew members will be hired as principal photography approaches. For a union crew, working non-union jobs without permission can lead to fine, suspension, and expulsion. A worst-case scenario for the production would have involved a critical mass of Hollywood's major unions and guilds refusing to grant permission to restart shooting with their members, which could have led crew members to mount boycott against the movie. I think the movie should be boycotted. That scenario played out in 2014 when producers for Midnight Rider announced that they planned to restart filming months after camera assistant Sarah Jones was killed while shooting on a train track. Rust Movie Productions is appealing a fine assessed by the New Mexico Environmental Department of Occupational Health and Safety Bureau for allegedly knowing that firearm safety procedures weren't being followed on set and demonstrating a plain indifference to the welfare of the cast and crew. Production for Rust was suspended in October 2021 after the fatal shooting. Baldwin had scenes, or still has scenes, that need to be filmed. Spadone noted she declined to comment on how the prosecutor's case against him will impact filming. All the movie's principal cast, including Travis Fimmel and Frances Fisher, will be returning, producers claim. The documentary on Halyna Hutchins will explore her youth living on a remote Soviet naval base in Kiev, Ukraine, to become a celebrated cinematographer, according to a press release for the project. And it just goes on further and further. This is absolutely insane that this movie is continuing, folks. It is beyond shameful. They are continuing a movie that cost a person's life. And they feel that doing a documentary, which will most likely bathe Alec Baldwin in a positive light when it comes up to the moment of covering her death, this is just beyond shameful. This is beyond shameful. And it's not like I can do anything about it. Believe me, if I could, I would. I would actually say, no, this entire thing is shut down. The proceeds and the billing and whatnot will be defaulted. And whatever salary she was to make will go to her family in Ukraine. It will not go into a charity, because most charities don't even give to the organizations that need, or that these things need to be given to. They are the people who are handling them usually end up keeping the money for themselves and spending lavishly. But anyway, folks, I just wanted to update you on the Alec Baldwin situation, and this is beyond shameful. Anyway, hope you all have a wonderful Valentine's Day, and I will see you later on today, or in 2 hours from this video, as I do another mystery review. Anyway, folks, have a wonderful day. Always remember, stay humble.